Hello everybody. I think this is going to work. Let's hope so. Oh, there it goes. Great. 100,000 year walls in Lesotho. Everybody, is that possible? What's that? I took some images and put them in. What's this? It's three-dimensional. Let me go into 3D. What is that? Is that not a man-made thing that actually is older than the rivers around it? It's embedded in the higher rock, like I keep saying. Let's go take a look at the image in our topographic of this structure. First, I've got to click this to make it go north. Let's go 2D a minute. All right, so here we are. We'll back out. Where are we? We're in Lesotho. You can see Lesotho from space practically. I'm going to go to this little river here. You can see the shapes that seem like they were man-made in an ancient time. I gotta thank Anthony Tunstall with Zero Control for introducing these ideas to me. And he just did a quick video and it got me inspired to come on in here and do it again. I mean, yeah, it's old. Something predated the mountain. Look at that. You can see that this line went along the top of an edge of a mountain. What was in there? And why? Why did it encompass this triangle, this area, so many years ago? Now, those lines can continue in many directions. Where does this ancient, I don't even know how to describe it. It's architecture, but how old is it? You think it's natural? It cut through the mountain right there. Now, it seems like it's a wall that embedded into the ground that created some type of a weakness. So when the wall was disappeared after hundreds and thousands of years or whatever, that it actually took the mountain with it. But I do not know what to say here. What is this angle? I can check the angle right now, but let me just do it this way. Let's do it this way because I haven't looked at it this way yet. I don't know these angles. Here it is here. And look at the size I got. 10,000 yards perimeter. And almost a perfect mile in area. A square mile in area. Almost. I can tweak it. Oops, that I cannot tweak. Got the wrong one. I can erase that dot. And then let's take out our protractor. It's right here. And if I take that and put that here, I got to put it right there. What's the angle? It's exactly 25 degrees. If I put that here, what is it? It's exactly, well, let me move it over just a little, just for cheating. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 30 degrees. But it's more like 28. What's this one? Let's try that. It's actually just a little bit under 15. 15, 30, 25. 15, 30, 25. Does that equal 90? No, what does that equal? 75? I always thought that triangles equaled 180. You want to see the real thing again? It's right there. Where's my stream? I'm doing this on my regular channel because I just wanted to get more people watching. Hi there. I've got 0 chats, but I've got 3 viewers. Let me just go back to the map. Let's try to find it here. Okay, so here's Lesotho. There's right there in the middle. I want to go to this little river where I could find those things. And let's look at the topography of this. I've got to use the Esri imagery, I think. There they are, right there. Look at that. It's like the mountain could have still been older than the actual structure, but the structure just went right past it, went right over it. You've got, I mean, it's just incredible. I don't know how to describe it. This is just one of many in Lesotho. I mean, this has this one, but it also goes out a little farther and has one more little angle there. What type of thing was going on here? Was it mining? Was it just separating the land? Why is Lesotho visible from outer space? I don't know these answers. I'd like to know. I'd like a geologist to give me information on this. Look at that. That's right there. If you go between, I don't want to call it a peninsula because it's not a water, but you've got a corner here and a kind of a corner there. It's almost a rectangle, but you can see it from space. Now, the Lesotho, the other one up here, you can't really see that other country from space, but Lesotho is visible, like it was some type of ancient design. And when you go in here, you can find these straight lines that go across the country and divide this ancient land up into walls. And you think, oh, is it natural? I question myself because this seems too incredible for me. But when you go in there and you find these straight lines, they're not perfectly straight. They look like the time has reshaped these straight lines. Let me just go to my Ancient Insight link here. Now, that's the first one. Let me go to this other one. I put them all in here. This one right here, we can go here. And while we're waiting for it to load up, go to the picture where you see that the distance between those were 1,000 yards. So there's a 1,000 yard parallel line that was going over mountains. I mean, look at what's happened here. This is three-dimensional. Sorry, this is if you look at it from a three-dimensional image, you don't really notice it until you get right along the straight line. So these crevices, this erosion, all this land change is younger than the line itself. The line in the ground was made before all this land was reformed. I mean, easily more than 10,000, maybe 40,000, maybe 100,000 years ago. Why is it a perfect line in the middle of Lesotho? And if you say, oh, it's not just one perfect line, it's two. Look at that. Two parallel lines. Sorry, two lines which are parallel, yeah. You've got 1,000 yard distance between them. A yard comes from a man. We have 3 feet in a yard. We have 2 cubits in a yard. We have 36 inches in a yard. And now we have these lines 1,000 yards apart, connected to man, connected to humans. Why is it doing that? Why is it intersecting the land like that? And when you get far away, it looks like nothing. But when you get close up, you can see these ancient lines. This one right here, very parallel, very incredible. This one here, it just shows the difference between the height that this scar is on the land. Now that is a flood basin, it's flat. Okay, but you can see the residual of a mountain here. And you're like, oh, is that part of the mountain? Well, if you follow it down, you can see it's part of this, which looks like a really ancient million-year-old mountain. What made that? A flood? It filled with water? Is that a shoreline there? That's an ancient shoreline. So this wall had something to do with water, and the water is what washed it away. These are flood lines. This is really heavy. I mean, if you do that in the desert, you think that's wind that makes that, but my opinion is that's the shoreline. And water washed this line away. If I'm wrong, tell me why. The funny thing about these lines is they go on for miles, even if they just turn into a line of trees. Now this right here kind of shows more of a dried up area, maybe a different season. You back out, it disappears. These walls, ancient walls. Look at look at this part right here. Something. Okay, that's not really a good example. I'll find you another one. There it is again, though. It's like a river, but there's no river. So what happened here? Is that a mountain? That's not a road. It's not a road. It's going over this mountain. It keeps going straight. It keeps going straight. Look, it keeps going. And look at these trees. This is actually where I wanted to start it. Then you got this line of trees here that goes over the mountain. Well, this one kind of runs into this mountain. There's another one over here. And if you look right on the mountain, you've got the line of trees right there. You've got this other line going this way. They're trees. There's some type of a ridge or some type of a crevice. And it's full of fertilizer that's not outside of it. Why would all those trees grow in a straight line like that up into the mountain? Now, that's not so impressive as the lines. I mean, that could have been done in our lifetimes. But look at that perfect line going right up into that ancient mountain. Let's look at a 3D of that, just so we can see the fact that you've got these. And I know that a line of trees and a line of rock is two different things, but that's just the tree part. If we turn it and follow that line goes on. Who made that? They say that's natural? Some type of a natural occurrence, huh? But it stops here. Wait, there's a line over there. Are these in the middle of nowhere? This is private property? Is this part of the kingdom? The kingdom of Lesotho. What's this? That's the parallel lines. We'll close that. This one, we close that. I'll give you one more. This one, it was kind of out of the way. It was on the other side. I kind of thought that was interesting that you can see these really large ones. Now, I know that's kind of hard to see. If you zoom out, you can see a line going that direction, and you can see, you can argue that this is natural. You can argue that this is a natural line, but I want to say the gap, it's a parallel. I don't know, how far apart are those two lines? I think this is not as wide as before. This is only 100 meters. 100 meters across, how many yards is that? Let's find out the yards, because 128. Let's measure that again. Oops, I don't want that. I want this ridge and this ridge. 130 yards. When you look at that and you see that line here, let me just get rid of this. And you see these natural rectangles here. There's definitely a line that separates this mountain here. You can zoom right into it and see the very, very, I mean, that's natural. What's this? Something ancient up here? Look at those old things. Somebody's doing some digging. Looks like a burial mound. This thing, it's always not just one single line. It's two lines, I don't want to say a canal, but like a thick wall, thick something. Something stopping. Look at the way it goes down together down this mountain and then back up again. Like an ancient wall going across the land. Down into the river, then back up again. And naturally, you see like roads and rivers go across it, but it still seems to maintain its main dominance across the land there. Look at that. There's this gap here, like it's scraped out, like it's a road of some kind, of some type of a scraping. And then it can get thinner, but it still exists. Why is it thin now? What type of geological formation is that? Let's look at another one. That was the triangle. This one right here, this shows that gouge. It shows the gouge here, but it goes up the mountain. You've got tree lines like that. What created that tree line? And why is it so perfectly straight? And you've got I'm going to call it the gouge line, the gouge gap. The gouge gap goes up here. You can see it. It goes on for a long time. And then you get these tree lines that follow one edge of it. Even water. This one kind of separates into two different lines here. That one down there and this one, the ridge. If we go 3D, we can see this perfectly straight tree line right there. Who made that ancient road? Hi there. Could it be a rill? Hi there. I guess you got that. Oh, that's your YouTube. I was thinking your Facebook account back. I don't know what to say. Where is it? Let's go back to where it was. Here? It slowed down. You know, you see things that are natural, and then you see things that are absolutely unnatural, that are bigger and greater, or the event that created them happened before these natural events. And mountains take a long time, and then smoothing them out takes a long time. These are smooth. These are young. These are old mountains. Young mountains are jagged. These are old floodplains that got different, like that's the shoreline, so maybe it was full of water at one point up here. Maybe that's what it was. It was that's actually what Anthony thinks, is that it was all about controlling water. Let's go to the next one. I have quite a few here, you know, but that one was, I started from that small gouge and then followed it for miles. This one is okay. This one, what's that one? That one's another parallel lines. A bunch of straight lines. Each one, that one's the first one. I kind of showed that already. Some of these other ones, I don't know what this is. Let's see. Hope it doesn't come up with like a giant earth. So this one is kind of interesting, right? I call that the gouge gap, going through the mountains. I mean, it just doesn't happen like that. That's not a river. And this is actually, I think, near my, what I called Adam's Star, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see that thing going for miles. Look at it here. And you get a tree line going with it, so you can follow it. Look at that. It goes down, and you can still continues right there. And that's about it. But what is going on there? Why did it do that to the mountain? You can kind of see other lines that may exist. You can see the line over there in the valley that matches up with the tree line. Well, I broke a tooth. There, look at that. Perfectly straight road. Well, okay, I'm not impressed by that. But what I am impressed by is this tree line that's perfectly straight, that intersects all these mountaintops or these hilltops, and then actually gouges out down here. Is that the gouge? I don't know. That doesn't look like the gouge. I mean, I can understand ancient tree lines. Somebody owns it. It's not that long. Kilometers long. No big deal. But the gouge gap. The gouge. Here, yeah, there it is. What gouged this out? Now, you see things by New Earth that look like a cart did it, but this is wider than a cart. This is like a major road, or maybe I say a dike. Maybe it was some kind of ancient dike that was built to control the water. I mean, I don't know if we can find good angles in here that would demonstrate human intelligence. I mean, certainly doesn't look like it when you get far away from it. Let's go to one more. This one. See this one? Maybe this is the same one. I may have repeated a couple of these accidentally. This one right here shows, again, this major line here, I think, is quite significant. I feel like you see this big, huge, what I call the gap. Okay, that could just be a ravine, maybe. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm kind of oh, there's another one up here too, by the way. You see these lines. Is that the same one I showed you earlier? Wait, what is this? So that's a good one, isn't it? That triangle on the top of the mountain follows this gouge gap here. There's another one here. It cuts through the rock right there. You've got them going across here and here. And it's just, it just continues across. Like if you look at this, it keeps going. Like here, the farmers covered it up. That got farmed over. But there's that ancient line right there. You can see it go through here and pop up on the other side. There it is. What's that? That line is right there, and it keeps going straight. It keeps going straight. How long is a rill? A lava tube, an ancient lava tube. How long can one be? I mean, I'd like to know the explanation is scientific for sure. I really don't know. You can see it go right through there. And it even pops up right about here. You can see the tree line. You know, and I'm not going to say every single one is definitely this type of anomaly. Maybe we're seeing some mistakes. Look at that mountain. That's interesting, huh? That's interesting that you have that straight tree line on top of it. I mean, what would do that? Why would they have a tree line? I mean, I know that that's different from the gouge for sure, but look at that tree line. It just goes straight through. And you can kind of see something. Is it a fence? Maybe it's some kind of fence. Obviously, the tree line is a little different than a big old gash in the mountain. But look at that line. I mean, what makes it grow so differently? Or am I just... And then that actually turns into an actual road right there. So, you know, possibly man-made, but what caused that? That I don't know. Why is it going right up on top of a hill like that? Like, if you climb that hill, you'd never make that straight line. That has to be arranged from a map. It's just bizarre. And then it goes down here. You can see it going down. And okay, next one. Next one. I think I have a bunch here. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. Some of them I put little thumbnails in there so you could see which one it is, but I really don't have time for this. Yeah, this one is quite interesting. You know, it really seems to be an ancient line, a wavy ancient line going across. I've shown this one before. That's the gap, right? Let's measure that. Let's get in there and measure that. See how wide that is. So it's about 1 meter. It's 110 meters. What? 110. Whoops. Am I stopping? Okay, done. But I want to change that over to yards. 121 yards. Almost 130 again. You know, that other measurement was 130. Let's look at this in a 3D. Get rid of that and do 3D. I mean, it's obviously much wider than a house. A lot larger than the mounds found in North America. That's true. And that's just part of it, right? I want to turn it so I can follow it. Why is that windy? And by the way, you can see that the land got changed. You can see it here again. Coming again and then back out and then maybe one more time right there. And you can see that line snake through. Is that it still here? Is this it again here? It looks like it is. I mean, I know that I can be stretching it. I'm only theorizing. I'm only asking questions. Well, thank you for being, what is that? Oh, okay, well, let's look at some pictures of some, what I think is pronounced rills. Lava tubes. Are these on the moon? This is on Mars. It's a lava tube? It looks more like a water tube. I guess liquid is liquid. Rill. Well, those are very enigmatic and natural. I think I'm looking at straight lines. That one goes across. Straight rill. It's categorized as a straight rill. Yeah. I don't know. That's actually quite interesting. How could that have been lava? How can lava do that? If it's lava, there's got to be material, right? That's very interesting. Well, obviously, I mean, that seems like the category, the name for something that would occur naturally like this, right? What's this? What just happened? Oh, nice. So much stuff to look at, so much things to do. Let's do one more. Let me just double check. You gave me the great streams, great comments. Yeah, it's okay. Man-made, that's the question. Old, we definitely know it's old. You can tell it's old. I mean, I look at something like this and I think there's no way man made that. There's no way man made that, but how does it go so straight for so long? I mean, that one, this one's like 18 kilometers, so I don't really think that was man-made, but I don't know. It's pretty long, pretty straight. And by the way, these mountains, you can see stuff happening to it. Oh, look at that. I've got a Windows Defender summary. Great. That one's a tough one. That one's over on the right-hand side of Lesotho. And I just saw this line here. You can see that one line there. So I wouldn't call that a lava tube. It goes for over 18 kilometers. But it's hard for me to classify that as what I've seen over there on the left side of the country. Definitely a stretch. Because this one you can actually see from space. And most of these you cannot. Okay, let me close down some of these old ones and make sure I've got the new ones open. Still a lot to be found. Over here, okay, so this is the bottom of it. This was kind of interesting. That's like a straight line right there. But it's also a stretch. You can kind of see something. I also have found, so look at that nice little mound. Obviously that's a mound, right? Come on. I don't know. It seems like somebody made a mound in the middle. Maybe it's a bad, I guess with this one here, I guess it's not a man-made. I wouldn't call that man-made. But it seems like these lines cutting through the land. Look at that ancient 90-degree angle. And then there's another one here. Okay, before I finish this video, we've got 7 viewers. Thank you for viewing. I hope I have some thumbs up. I got 3 likes. Thank you for that. Yeah, there's 100,000-year-old walls in Lesotho. I can also show you a little clip of what I showed my other new channel. If you are interested in the richat area, this is of course not, this is the richat up here, down here, this is the South Plain, I call it the level plain. We have these things here that to me look like those same gold mines, those Anunnaki gold mines that you get in South Africa. I mean, what are these things? They look ancient. Now, again, they're on the top of the mountain. If you look at a topographical, you've got a really high mountain that didn't get flooded. Just like these things that we're finding here, we're seeing a lot of them on the top of mountains. There's one star that I didn't show you yet. Okay, what's that? That's that angle there, the triangle mountain with these angles. I think if we come out, what's that? Uh-oh, there's another one, right? Another tree line going over the mountain, bisecting the mountain. We already looked at that. We looked at that one. Where's you can just keep seeing them, and it's kind of hard to know. Is that really not man-made? What's that? Look at that one. A nice line going through there. I don't really see how that could have been lava. But then again, a lot of stuff's possible. So if we come out here, if we go down here by this area, where's the airport? You can find that airport over here. There it is. That's where we find what I called the Star of... Where is it? Right here, this part of it. Oh, there it is. It's kind of like a star. It's like a pentagram, right? But it's not very clean. You have yourself crisscrosses here. Well, 5 of them, right? If it's a pentagram. One there. This is you've got a triangle right there. You can see the gap. I know it's not a perfect star. Let's look at that in 3D. Got the lines going in different directions though. This direction, that direction. I mean, I've looked at a lot of nature, and I really question geography when I see this. What's going on here? Why is that? It look like a perfect road going across there, right there. Going across that ridge, like, right? That's up high, then it goes low, then it comes high, low, over this little star mountain, low, and then high again, and it all connects. What was it? It's really wide, it's really long. That's a long distance right there. Looks like somebody really wanted something. I mean, I don't see that anywhere else in the world, do I? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. The theory here is that humanity started in Africa. Humanity started here. Again, I'm looking for the airport. There it is. So go to the airport, which is right there. There's this really high plateau. It must be really unique flying over that. It's funny that you can see a big difference. Well, that looks like it's a... Never mind. You find that airport and you see what that's the one line I look at. I see this line. It looks like if that was man-made. You're talking about a mountain there. You can see the line right there. It's older than it's a floodplain that was here. That was a floodplain, and then this dirt's left. This dirt has eroded. This river bed was eroded dirt. But before that event, you had this event here. Nice straight line. It looks like a road going across the mountaintops. Cutting through. I mean, so which is older? This rock is older than this. So this rock had this go through it. You can see that line. You can see that line. It was invaded by that. You can see it happening here. What's going on there? Why is it so straight? You know, what caused that straight line? I mean, from space, it looks straight. Let's look at 3D. And then there's the road, the main highway right there. A main complex. Then this line here, going straight down the mountain. What causes that? A river? Going straight down? And then the main highway is on the mountaintop, right? So it's like the strongest bedrock was used. By the way, some of these roads are north-south. But this one just seems to go, just goes on for miles that way. What created that? I mean, maybe it was not man. Maybe it was dinosaur trails. There's that straight line right there. You can see it all the way down there. From here all the way there. And following this line here, you can see the effect it's had all the way across there. Where's that airport at? There it is. So this is the star again. It's hard to find when I'm in 3D. You can see that line going right through there. Look at that, right there. I mean, you've got it cutting through. You've had a hill here. This must be an old crevice. It's just unbelievable that it's so straight. Here it is again here. It goes across this mountain here. And by the way, you see a lot of these thin walls. It's like, how do they do it? Is that literally washed away, or what made this mountain? Gotta love Google Earth, right? Here's another one. You've got it going right through here, and you can follow that line right there. Look at that ancient crevice right there. People are using it as a road. That's a natural road. It goes that way. But look at that. Here, it just cuts right through. Right there, cutting right through. Kind of getting ignored and having a road next to it. Look at that straight line. Look at that straight line right there. All right, let me read what you wrote. It was long believed that rills were canals on Mars. Have a new heard term used for terrestrial formations myself. Oh, I've never, sorry. But the similarity struck me very interesting. The collapsed lava tube is only one theory. Okay, so it's a tube that collapsed. So the lava went through the land and then created a tube. Instead of a river, it was a tube, and then it just collapsed. Well, I can say one thing. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Let me get out of here. This is the right here. You can see a north-south road. This is that same thing right here. Wow, suddenly got hungry. I'm gonna have to go get some food. You get these natural lines going through, and then farms kind of naturally following them sometimes. It's like, well, the farm naturally followed the curve in the land. Yeah, I don't know anymore, man. It seems pretty incredible to me. And we see this stuff in more places than just Lesotho. I just haven't had a chance to grab the pictures yet. There's some ones up in not Alaska, but Canada and North America. There's that, I call it a snake river because it really does look like a snake, doesn't it? It's not really a, what's going on here? Is this a picture? What are we looking at? I guess it's got a curvature added to it by Google. I think it's being distorted. Look at that. There you got a nice straight line right there. Going right over to the star. There's the star right there. Right there. So we're back to the star again. And this area here. It goes right through the mountain. What event caused that? I mean, think about it. Do a little thought experiment and say you've got the beige, this beige mountain. That event that created that was first. You've got this thing going through here, crisscrossing lines. There's one here, there's one over here, another triangle right there. If you back out, you're getting over here. There's a triangle there too because it's that star that I mentioned. I call it the atom star. Why someone would make a road like that or a wall like that, I don't know. But that event happened. It cut into this. You cut that way, cut this way, cut this way. And then you had this river come through here. And take away this extra earth around here and here. Or is it the other way around? It's almost too good to be, it's almost too unbelievable. So I decided I want you to go yourself, take a look, go to my Ancient Insight page on Facebook and put your findings there if you find anything. Let me see if I found anything else. This was 1 day ago. I don't think this is related. It could be related. I'm not sure. I think this might be those crisscrosses that are happening. This was bizarre. You know, it's another good example of how roads can change colors. I mean, this is from Google Earth. This is Google Earth. What's happening here? This is out in the middle of the desert, though. This is not South Africa. I thought it was bizarre. Very close to that area that I showed you before with the ancient gold mines on it. I think these are really old myself. I think these are really old. And they're not houses and they're not farms. They're little segmented areas and they have these little circles in them. To me, it looks very similar to what Michael Tellinger was showing us. Better check out the video on my other channel. I'm trying to do more. I did put a live stream on the other channel. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm trying to do more higher quality produced videos over there. So I'm going to still do live streams over here sometimes, but I'm going to reformat that and put it over there. Not many straight lines up here. Not many so-called rifts or lava tubes over here. You got a lot of sand covering stuff up. Here's another crisscross. Yeah, I can show you a couple of those in this neighborhood. I guess it's not impossible to happen naturally. Is that it? There's a nice one right there. Tears across here, tears across the mountains there. Remember, this used to be jungle. I'm of the belief that there's canals in these areas here. Straight canals. But I don't know, maybe I'm a dreamer. Maybe I am in fantasy land. Okay, well that's that. I found Chariot of the Gods. That showed a couple pictures that I found interesting. Where was that? Here? Showing the angle where this is straight from the movie, so it's 1970. And they're showing you that if you go to where Egypt's pyramids are located and use that's where the Piri Reis map was looking right at it. You can see it, except right here there's a little bit more land showing in that. Here's actually, it's right next to it, right there. So if you know the Piri Reis map, in 1970, Chariots of the Gods knew that it lined up like this. It doesn't really show Cairo on the map. It doesn't show this part of Africa on the map. It shows just this edge and down here. And it seems to show this area here being as Antarctica. Personally, I didn't get to look at it very much. Where's Florida? I guess Florida's right there. So I don't think of this as a flat Earth map. It's just this is the Cairo is in the middle of the Earth projection. So don't look at that there. That's kind of wrong. I don't. If this is a flat Earth map, I call this the Cairo North Pole projection because it's kind of going everywhere direction from Cairo, and perhaps that's how they did it in a map. Not as a pole as much as a starting point. And you take a look at the Piri Reis map yourself if you haven't. Thought that was interesting. What else did I have? Did I find something else? What's this? That was another map done of Antarctica in the 1500s. It came from Chariots of the Gods. Take a look at it for yourself. 2640. All right. I think that's about it. I don't want to just go through all this stuff without preparing. It's a nice shot, right? It's an obvious one. Pre-Inca and Inca. All right, that's it. Is there some other stuff under here? Food. That's it. Let's shout out for my Bitcoin wallets. They're down in the area below. I need to get my tooth broke. I need to get my tooth fixed. And when I say that, I think that means I need a what did you want to call it? I need a cap. So luckily I started a new job in February, but if anybody could ever do a donation, that would be great. Oh, there's the crosses, the crisscross going across a mountain. Again, this is the top of the mountain, right? I think that's a very, very old canal. Why is it so straight? Why is it going across a mountain like that? Why do you have 90-degree angles in there? Right there. It's a perfect 90-degree angle. Let's turn it over. I'm trying to turn it. Right there. Look. All right. Maybe not perfect. Ancient river. These lines lined up with a nice river. Oh yeah, the snake in the dirt. I like that snake. I discovered that a long time ago. I thought it was very cool looking, and I did get a picture of it. I guess that's a mountain ridge. It's kind of funny. When I first grabbed that, I thought it was this size. I thought, wow, that looks cool. And by the way, that's perfectly north right there, right? It's that cool snake. Get up close, you can really see what it's made out of. It's like a ridge of a mountain sticking through the sand. Alright, well now I'm just having fun. I just wanted to have a little fun doing a stream this afternoon. It's 4:15 p.m. It's Monday. It's actually February. January is finished. This is the first day of February. 2020 is already 1/12 over. Sorry, 2021. It's actually February, guys. Alright, I guess I'm probably done here. I just going to double check the comments. Hey, Greg Brown. Yeah, I've heard that before, Greg Brown, and I'm curious about that. I guess that's probably why they put the pyramid there. I believe also it has something to do with the speed of light. They're marking it there. So the pyramid was like the speed of light above the equator. That means that the poles, north and south, must have still existed, I guess, unless the equator shifted just slightly and it's almost the same. I believe that the pyramids are so young compared to these ancient roads that I showed you. If you missed them, you better go back and check the beginning of the video. I got into it pretty quickly. We got 6 concurrent viewers. Hi. Hey ya. 6 viewers, but only 4 likes. And how many viewers are in the chat room chatting away? Okay, well, I definitely went through all the material that I wanted to. Again, if you want to visit @Ancient Insights at Facebook, you can go there yourself. I didn't really, you can watch Cherry of the Gods in the 70s. I didn't finish it myself. This is, so this is January 23rd. Ice covers. These are some articles I posted. Stuff like this. This is stuff I found on Google Earth. Can unfortunately don't have, what is this? More Lesotho again. It's interesting that I just kind of threw that in there, because that doesn't really look like anything to me right now. That looks natural. So I don't know why I put that in there. Wait, is it this? I think it was this line. I in no way think that that's man-made, but so that one could probably be deleted. I probably posted the wrong one. This is the star that I was talking about. It's not perfect, but if you check those angles, I mean, are they the same? Are those 2 angles the same? So many questions I have. So you can go to these links yourself and go through them. One of these days when I have more time, I'll probably, there's a star. One of these days when I have more time, I'll probably put a thumbnail for each one or rebuild it or something. I'm trying to get everybody to please subscribe to both channels and also share them on your social media, and with a shout out begging your friends to support me. The more subscribers I get, the more money I'll make, I think. So this is pretty good. There's a crater, right? Craters of Earth. None of them look, that one actually looks pretty similar to the richat structure. I have to look at this one more time. I don't recall. So many things to talk about. So many. This is quite old now. This is like a year old. Almost. Not quite. So some of these other things I found, I posted, I forgot all about. Is this also Lesotho? That is, isn't it? So what was I showing here? There's that ancient line going across the mountains. Okay, again, you can see older than this river. That line, older than this river. Now this water event, I mean, I'm beginning to think that the Grand Canyon is much younger than we originally thought and was created much faster than we originally thought. You got that line going right across, you know? Look at that. And the angle is not north-south. I wish we could tell right here what the degrees are on that. We don't have a built-in protractor. Draw a line or shape. I can draw lines and shapes. There, line or shape. There, line. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to show you, probably in my next video. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into it. And that's going back to the shot. I'm going to take a look right at these items here. Now, here we are at the, what? Now, I don't know how wide that is. It looks pretty thin, but that's those circles like that either are bushes or even burial circles. But the one I'm looking at, first of all, let's find the castle, which is right here. Oops, where's that castle at? I thought I was right there. It's there. There it is. Okay, there's the castle. What I believe was a French fort. But it looks like this land has been... I don't know what to say about that. I'd like to go there. Why didn't anybody go there? There's some other antiquities over here. And over here. Something's going on here. So when I see something like that, I think it looks like a little altar or stone hill or something. Something around here, there's something ancient. But check this out. If we go directly east, you're going to see something I never saw before. I think I lost it. Where is that? Go to the top of the mountains. Where is it? I lost it. Okay, I'm totally lost now. I found some very interesting, there, this is it right here. I know you're going to say, what? What's so special about that? Well, take a look. They're exactly north-south. Look at them aligned to the side of the screen. Exactly, perfectly north-south alignment here. Now, I don't know what that means. Somebody, is that a burial mound? If it's a burial mound and somebody went directly north to the next one, maybe. We've got a couple more of these things here. In addition to those, we can see some other interesting things in this area. So I would be curious what this is. Those two dots interest me a lot. I know that looks kind of weird, so I definitely would like to stand there one of these days, especially if I make any money from this group or from this channel. Send me there and I will get these dots right there. Send me there and I will go stand by these dots and tell you what they are. Send me there and I will go to the castle and I will tell you what these... I will photograph this up close. Send me there. I will do it. I'll do it right now. Send me there. It's some kind of a little, maybe yard. Send me there. I will find out what that is. Send me there and I will go here. Right there. Send me there and I will go here. Whoops, where is it? Sorry, I got lost. There it is, right there. I will go here and find out what that is. I gotta get out of this island though. Thinking about taking a job in Saudi Arabia. Send me there, I will go here. Send me there, I will go here. What is this? What are those things? Those look like big stones. Whatever they are, they're 25 meters. Sorry, they're almost 5.5 meters wide. So 25 feet. Sorry, 15. 15 feet wide. What is it? Not just the ones next to it? I don't know. Look at those. Look at that right there. What is that? Is that something reminiscent of a... Here's one more here. What is it? Maybe man-made in the last 100 years. I highly doubt it, though. I definitely want to walk through this crater. Look at those. This is a crater right here. I definitely want to find a way to prove or disprove that this is a crater. Disprove it. Show me how you know. That was a crater. This was the end of Atlantis right there. Have a great day. Let's see any more comments. One what? Hey ho, netizen. What's on the dots? I have no idea. Ed V, nice to see you. Wow, all these people have sunglasses. Alrighty, guys, this is it. Thanks for joining. I have 6 people and 7 likes, 43 playbacks. Wow. So let's end this here. It's been an hour. It's perfect time to end it. I gotta go anyways. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for joining. See you next time.